Hi everyone, going to review this vintage beauty Harmon Kardon HK450 DC amplifier and also tie it in to my experience last week visiting my friend John's house, who's got this incredible turntable. If you take a look at that, this is like a handmade thing. Every part of this is you know, the spindle is magnets or repelling magnets, and there's a marble plinth. Beautiful bit of handmade stuff. You know, literally, this is not something you could buy, or it's not something that you could even lift up. It's all separate pieces that he's constructed, you know, and it's a lot of work, love and expertise, and it sounds great. So I'm listening to this, and I'm also listening to this New Vista CD player. That's a nice bit of kit too. Super heavy machine with valves in it. Really sounds quite vinyl-esque, you know. That's a CD player that is really, will give you the vinyl sound, you know. Really give that separation of the instruments, which is so lovely, you know. Suddenly you realise CD players can really deliver when you hear things like that. So anyway, I'm listening to his system and I think, okay, I'm going to go home now, and instead of just trying these speakers, try this amp, messing all around, I'm going to try and make the best sound I can possibly make in my house, which bizarrely doesn't happen that often because I'm always chopping and changing and examining individual bits. So I get out, I've got my best turntable on, which is a Thorens 150 SME arm, Autophon blue cartridge, and speaker wise I settle on the Spender BC ones. Those are the best speakers I've got in the house, and I did try the Rogers LS35A, but you know, a good big speaker beats a good little speaker, and the Spenders were giving me, you know, so much more space. Even though the Rogers are still an incredible thing. But anyway, so the turntable's there. I've got the best speakers in the house. I've got the Furukawa speaker cables. And now I set about trying every different type of amplifier and preamplifier that's around, you know, that I can lay my hands on here, that I think is good. So I'm using the Heed power amp, the Naim power amp, the Croft preamp, the preamp of the NAD, which is nice. I'm using the AKai integrated AM73, and I'm using that Harmon Kardon, which is my new discovery, because I've had this for ages and honestly I thought it was broken. I thought one channel was dead and I ignored it. So I've only just got this out after having it for years, and it worked. So I don't know what went on there, but it's now working fine. I've not done anything to it. So I'm trying. Did I try anything else? I tried the Quad Elite power amp too. So, and I'm going through all these combinations, and what you're finding is things are very different. And what you're finding is, this is giving me a ton of detail, but it's maybe giving me too much mid-range. This combination is not giving me enough bass. And I'm going on and on and on. I'm up and down like a jackhammer. I'm listening to a song only for 1 minute. Randy Newman album. Randy Newman, is it Long Life? Long Lives? Very interesting vinyl album, that, if I've got the title right. Anyway, I'm trying all these things, and lo and behold, you know, almost to my own surprise or amazement, this is coming out as the nicest sound. Now this doesn't mean it's the most high quality exactly thing, but what it means is it's working best with that turntable and those speakers, because the other ones weren't giving me, the Spenders are nice, very detailed, I mean classy speakers. They're kind of relaxed, yes, they're kind of, they don't have that much attack, and they're not that big, I would say, in the mid-range. this has got a lot of attack. This has got drums really cut through, beautiful, and the bass is pretty taut and nice. Now I know it's not as sort of refined in absolute detail as the Heed or that Croft, which is a valve preamp, but it's the synergy. This is the point I want to make. You can buy gear and think this is meant to be good, this is meant to be good, this is meant to be good. You can put them all together and it doesn't do the trick. And I tried all these different amps and none of them were putting the smile on my face, and none of them, I will promise you, worked out as good as this thing, you know. Now I'm almost annoyed that I often land up back with vintage gear thinking it's really lovely sounding and it really is good. And I'm thinking, well, why can't I go up the hi-fi ladder, right? Why can't I like the really expensive gear? But here's the thing I want to say. If you're going to go high end, you have to kind of go for broke. You have to get the great speakers, the great CD player, the great amplifier, the best cables, and then you'll get the joy of the high end, which there is real joy in it. But there's a middle ground. I feel like there's a middle ground where there's a lot of disappointments, you know. And, you know, saying all that, I'm not saying this isn't a classy bit of kit, because it is. I bet you anyone that was in the room with me would agree with which sounded best. It's only because, you know, it was lifting certain frequencies that wanted to be lifted. So, you know, it's so much a synergy. It's so much, you know, it's very unfortunate and annoying that just spending money doesn't always do the trick. And, you know, my advice would be try to get hold of as much equipment as you can, you know. Just try things, because everyone's got a unique room, system, even the cables might be doing something, you know. So really great systems, you just got to tweak them and concentrate, and in the end you get the result and you go, oh wow, this is really happening now I'm really happy. And you know, I went through it for like 4 hours, I'm not joking, with all these amps. Literally only played like a minute of each song, and now I've got something that will impress, I hope, my friend John when he comes around next week. So that's it for today. So I'm just telling you about my life in the world of hi-fi right now. So like and subscribe if you like, and support me on Patreon if you wish to. Okay, that's it. Thanks. Bye for now.